शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our daily morning reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you all for joining. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to assembled devotees. Let me offer my respects to the assembled Vaishnavas here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. And also, first of all, I seek blessings and permission from Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and entire Guru Parampara, so that they can bless me, so that I can glorify Krishna's childhood pastimes appropriately. Let's continue our reading today. So by Krishna's mercy, we are reading the Canto 10, the Summum Bonum, and chapter 10, we have started the deliverance of Yamala-arjuna Trees. And since the last two verses of our ninth chapter or previous chapter, so there is a new episode, new pastime has started. How, Krishna, who is just a little over 2 years old, how he happens to see these Yamala-arjuna trees in the front yard of Nand Maharaj. And Yashoda Maya, after so much endeavor of so much running and struggling with lots and lots of rope to bind Krishna so that he doesn't do any more mischief. When Mother Yashoda finally manages to bind him, then she goes inside the Nand Bhavan and she continues doing her household work. So, now she was relieved that now that he is bound, he's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to go to any other gopi's house, and he's not going to break the clay pots of butter, and no one is going to come and complain about him that he stole butter from their house. And now she thinks that, he must be realizing his mischief. So like this, Mother Yashoda was thinking, and she got busy with her work again inside the house, because after all, it was Diwali day and she had tons of work to do in the house, as we also do. So, but little did she know that her Lala is about to perform yet another divine Leela. In the courtyard of Nand Bhavan were standing two Yamal-arjuna trees, two very tall trees, the twin trees. But they were not any ordinary trees. They were once Nalkuvar and Manigrave, the sons of Kubera, the demigod of wealth. And as they say that children who are born into a lot of luxury, they are they are very often vulnerable to arrogance. So that is what had happened to these two sons of Kuvera. They were also, Bhagavatam says, they were also devotees of Lord Shiva. But because of the material opulence that came their way because of their father's position, they had become so extravagant and so senseless that, as we saw, one day they were enjoying with naked girls in a lake in the river Mandakini, and they had done something uh, such that now they had to become trees. And at the beginning of our current chapter, Parikshit Maharaj asks Shukdev Goswami that what was that something? Why did the two sons of Kuvera had to become trees? What did they do that was so abominable that even the most merciful, the great sage Narad Muni became so angry at them that he cursed them to become trees. So now Shukdev Goswami is describing the whole episode of their misconduct towards the great devotee Narad Muni, and that also has great lessons for all of us to imbibe. So let's see what further Shukdev Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit in verse 5. Let's go to verse 10, 10, 5. Narayanam namaskritya naram shaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktirbhavati Naishtige Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Srimad Bhagavatam 10, 10, 5 Yadrechaya cha devarshir Bhagavam tatra kaurava अपश्यान्नारदो दैवो क्षिपाणौ समबुध्यत. Word to word. Yeah, by chance, while wandering all over the universe. Cha and Devarishi, the supreme saintly person, among the demigods, Bhagavan, the most powerful, Tatra, there, where the two sons of Kuvera were enjoying life. Kaurava, O Maharaj Parikshit, apashyata, when he saw, Naradaha, the great saint, Devo, the two boys of the demigods, Shibanau, with eyes maddened by intoxication, Sama Buddhyata, he could understand their position. Translation by Krishna Krupamurti, His Loving Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. O Maharaj Parikshit, by some auspicious opportunity for the two boys, the great Saint Devarshi Narad once appeared there by chance. Seeing them intoxicated, with rolling eyes, he could understand their situation. Would anyone like to read the purport, please?
I can read, Mataji.
Yes, please, Mataji, go ahead. We can't hear you, Mataji. Are you reading?
Sorry, Mataji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. It is said, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Sastrekaya, Lava Mantra Sadhu Sange, Sarva Siddhikaya. Whenever Narada Muni goes, any moment at which he appears is understood to be extremely auspicious. It is also said, Brahmananda Brahmate Kona Bhagyavan Jiva, Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bheja. According to their karma, all living entities are wandering throughout the entire universe. Some of them are being elevated to the upper planetary systems, and some are going down into lower planetary systems. Out of millions of wandering living entities, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. By the mercy of both Krishna and the spiritual master, such a person receives the seed of the creeper of devotional service. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 19.151. Narada appeared in the garden to give the two sons of Kuvera the seed of devotional service, even though they were intoxicated. Saintly persons know how to bestow mercy upon the fallen souls. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much, Ritika. So, when the two boys, under the influence of liquor, Varuni, they were wandering in the flower garden, and then they were enjoying in the lake, um, all of them naked, intoxicated, and blinded by the pride of who they were. At that moment, Srila Prabhupada writes in the word to word, yadrichaya, by chance. While wandering all over the universe, Narad Muni happened to pass by that same place. In the translation, Srila Prabhupada elaborates on this chance as by some auspicious opportunity for the two boys. And in the purport, then Srila Prabhupada goes on glorifying this chance, this good fortune of the two boys. So Narad Muni appearing there is such a great mercy of him, of Narad Muni, on these two boys. And wherever Narad Muni goes, glorification of the Lord follows. And wherever glorification of the Lord is going on, wherever Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila, and such topics are being discussed and they are being heard, that place automatically becomes sanctified, like a place of pilgrimage. So Narad Muni's presence there itself, it is capable to transform that place where these boys are committing this sinful activity. But Narad Muni's presence itself is able to transform it. In his presence can transfer even the hellish planets into Vaikuntha, because he is constantly glorifying the Lord, because he himself is constantly absorbed in Bhagavad Gita. And his presence, even though it is said here, yadrichaya, by chance, but in one sense, Narad Muni's presence is never a chance. No, it is always ichchaya. It is by his own ichcha, by his own wish. He chooses to appear at places to shower his mercy on those who need it the most. So he travels all over the universe, but not for pleasure. He travels to awaken bhakti that he has in his heart. He travels to awaken that bhakti in the hearts of others as well. So he's a great devotee of Supreme Lord Narayan. And if we see the etymology of the word Narada, Nara means Narayan and the means giver. So the one who gives Narayan is Narad. And we have seen in the TV serials, as soon as Narad Muni appears, he says Narayan, Narayan. So like a postman comes to us and delivers us our letters. Similarly, Narad Muni comes and he delivers Narayan door to door. He delivers Narayan to people, and he is said to be deliverer of the Lord and Lord's message. And he is a brahmachari. He lives under the strict vows of in the order of celibacy, and he's without any complications of family life. Where we all, being the grihasthas, we know very well these complications of family life, of grihastha life. But Narad Muni is free from all of them. And Narad Muni is said to be a greatest emblem of bhakti. It's the embodiment of a bhakti yoga. In bhakti yoga, He is the epitome. He is the most learned servant of the Lord, and he is very worshipable. And the greatest quality of Narad Muni is that he is not a gatekeeper. He shares freely the codes he has decoded. He shares them freely with so many devotees. We see throughout the Srimad Bhagavatam. And he has given us Narada Bhakti Sutra. Srila Prabhupada calls them 84 codes of bhakti. And in one of the sutras, one of the quotes of Narad Bhakti Sutra, Narad Muni says in Sutra 6, Yad gnatva matto bhavati stabdho bhavati atmaramo bhavati. Narad Muni says what devotional service does to a person. He says, Yad gnatva matto bhavati. By knowing which devotional service, one who understands bhakti perfectly, what happens to that person? One who understands this process of devotional service out of love of Godhead, bhavati atmaramo bhavati. He becomes atmaram. He can enjoy himself. He becomes satisfied within himself in the true sense, because he becomes complete. He becomes one with the one from whom he has come. So when the part meets the whole, part becomes complete, right? Mamayvamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatanaha, Bhagavad Gita 15.7. So, हम जिसका अंश है उससे जब मिल जाते हैं तो हम पूर्ण बन जाते हैं. It's simple. That is the ultimate achievement, to realize that I am the servant of the Lord, and to be able to serve the Lord. When one achieves that state, then what else is needed? So that's why a person becomes satisfied, Atmaram. And that's why Narad Muni says in Narad Bhakti Sutra that devotee becomes Atmaram. Narad Muni says that in the same sutra, he says, Yad gnatva matto bhavati stabdho. He becomes matta. Matta, just like in the previous verse, there was a comparison with mad elephant. So he becomes matta. The devotee becomes matta when he knows bhakti. He becomes intoxicated with love. So here, this Nalkuvar and Manigiri, they are intoxicated in pride. So Narad Muni, he appearing there is natural, because he's the only one that can give the real matta, the never fading intoxication of bhakti. And that's why when we in our Krishna consciousness movement, when we take initiation, when we take our diksha, at that time, Srila Prabhupada takes a promise from us through his disciples or his grand disciples, that we will first leave all other intoxications of alcohol, drugs, or even tea or coffee. Because then, like Narad Muni, Srila Prabhupada is going to give us the real intoxication, the real matta. In 11th canto, when there is a description of the Nav Yogendras meeting and instructing the process of bhakti to Maharaj Nimi, in one of the shlokas, they also describe, in shloka 11 to 40, it says that what actually the process of chanting does to the chanter. So it says, Evam vrataha sva priyanama kirtya jatanurago drutachitta uchai hasatyathorodidiraoti gayat unmadavan nrityati lokabahyam. That's a beautiful meaning. I'll read from Srila Prabhupada's translation, the meaning. By chanting the holy name of the Supreme Lord, one comes to the stage of love of Godhead. Then the devotee is fixed in his vow as an eternal servant of the Lord, and he gradually becomes very much attached to a particular name and form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As his heart melts with ecstatic love, he sometimes laughs very loudly, or cries, or shouts. Sometimes he sings and dances like a madman because he is indifferent to public opinion. Then Unmadavan Nrityati Loka Bahya. He doesn't care about the Bahya, the outside people. So, and Srila Prabhupada has written a full 3-page purport on these words. So, if you have time today, please read it. The whole purport is full of nectar, and it shows us what the process of chanting if is capable of doing to us. And Srila Prabhupada also quotes here the statement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 7.78. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says very beautifully what process of chanting has done to him. He says, Dhairya dharite narai haila mana unamatta hasi kandi nachi gai yaiche unamatta. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is in the body of a male, but who has the heart of the supreme female, Srimati Radharani, he says that when I chant the name of Krishna, I drown in pure ecstasy. I lose myself. I laugh. Hasi. I cry sometimes. Gai, I sing. Nache, I dance. I sing and dance like a matta, like a person, like a madman. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing chanting does to him. And here we are, while we are chanting, we are thinking, that after my rounds finish, I will do this and I will do that. So anyways, we got here from the word matta. This Nalkuvar and Manigri, they were matta in alcohol, in alcohol intoxication that goes away the next morning. But Narad Muni comes to give them the real intoxication that increases more and more day by day. So it is truly their good fortune that Narad Muni comes there, where they are about to waste their life pretty much, and Narad Muni comes and gives them the medicine that they need the most at that time, even if that means giving them a curse. So such is the position of Narad Muni. Krishna himself says, uh, um, and he said in the bhajan, Krishna say Tomar, Krishna Dite Paro, Krishna is yours, and that's why you can give Krishna to me. So that is the position of Narad Muni. Krishna is his. That's why he can give anyone Krishna. Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita 10.26, Ashwastha sarva-vrikshanam devarshinam cha narada. Of all the trees, I'm the banyan tree. And out of all the sages, or out of the sages among the demigods, Devarshiram, I'm Narada. So Narad Muni is called Devarshi, sage among the demigods. So even the demigods, they also worship Narad Muni because he is considered the greatest devotee in the universe. So when in Bhagavad Gita 10.26, Krishna says, I am Narad, that's not a small thing. So this alone, this Krishna statement alone that I am Narad Muni, it reveals Narad Muni's exalted position. That he is not an ordinary personality. I am Narad. Krishna says that means that Narad Muni is Krishna's own vibhuti. He's Krishna's own divine opulence. And Narad Muni, wherever he goes, he carries his veena, his string instrument, musical instrument, veena. And his veena is charged with transcendental sound. In fact, Ling Puran says that this Veena was gifted to him by Krishna only. And so, this Veena is also said to be identical with Krishna. And with that Veena, he constantly chants the glories of the absolute truth, Krishna. And that Veena is also not different from Krishna. So, presence of Narad Muni where Nalkuvar and Manigriv are misbehaving, it means that Lord Krishna is also present there himself in the form of Narad Muni. So by very, very famously, it is said that by Guru's mercy we get Krishna, and by Krishna's mercy we get Guru. So it is Krishna's mercy that Nalkuvar and Manigriv are now going to get Guru, Narad Muni, because Narad Muni is the original spiritual master. And throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, we see, that all his disciples who first heard the message of Krishna consciousness from Narad Muni's lips, and they all became surrendered soul. And that includes, the list is very long, but that includes Vyasadeva, the compiler of all the Vedic scriptures. It includes Valmiki, the author of Ramayana, Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Mrigari, and many, many others. So, Narad Muni is not, he is not restricted to some one planet, but he has the facility to travel to any part of the universe without taking help of some vehicle like a spacecraft or something like a spaceship. He doesn't need help of any of that. But yad richaya, just by his will, he can go to any part of universe that he wishes. And that's why he is called the eternal transcendental spaceman. Um, and Narad Muni is also a Nitya Siddha devotee, an eternal liberated soul. So he is traveling, he is vibrating his instrument veena, chanting constantly names of the Lord, Narayana, Narayana. He is doing all of this by his own free will. He's not being forced. Like us, we are forced by the laws of nature. We are forced by Prakriti. But Narad Muni is not forced, he is free. His devotional service is what he really wants to do out of his own freedom. And he offers it freely to others also. He does this out of his free will also. Because by his own surrender to Supreme Lord, he has achieved the state of being the a complete freedom of life. We in material world, we think that we are free, but actually Bhagavad Gita teaches us that we are actually bound by the stringent, the strict laws of nature, Prakriti. So, but Narad Muni is not like us. He is completely free to go wherever he wishes, whenever he wants. So, at this point, from where we stand, we can only try to imagine the unlimited freedom that Narad Muni has, whose his freedom is said to be as good as the freedom of the Supreme Lord himself. Vyasadeva himself, Vyasadeva says that great sage Narad is the one who personally came and gave me bhakti. Who gave me the shelter of bhakti, and he is my spiritual master who travels everywhere. to spread the path of bhakti. So Narad Muni is the original Parivrajikacharya. Narad Muni is the original wandering transcendental preacher. We say to Srila Prabhupada, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhans Parivrajikacharya Ashtotar Shata Shri Srimad Abhayacharana Aravind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So Parivrajikacharya means, Parivraj means the one who never stays in one place. To Vraja means to walk. So a preacher who is always wandering is called Parivrajikacharya, and Narad Muni is the original Parivrajikacharya, the original wandering transcendental preacher. And Srila Prabhupada often said that I have modeled this mission of Krishna consciousness in the same spirit of Narad Muni. So Srila Prabhupada writes in his book, The Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, that a devotee is always merciful. He travels everywhere just to awaken the dormant Krishna consciousness in the people in general. And if we see the life of Srila Prabhupada, he himself also, at the age of 70, he went to the Western countries without any money or followers, and he single-handedly ignited this worldwide movement of bhakti. And in case of Nalkuvar and Manigriv, they had to be in the same place, face to face with Narad Muni to receive his mercy. But how fortunate are we? We, most of us, we never met Srila Prabhupada. And still, to our lives, still we have received his mercy. The effect Srila Prabhupada has had is identical to the effect of Narad Muni on Nalkuvar and Manigriv's life. So wherever Srila Prabhupada went, he left behind temples and devotees and his movement and his centers and the holy name. So devotees of the Lord, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.10 says that devotees of the Lord are walking tirthas. Bhavat vidha bhagavatas tirtha bhuta swayam vibho tirthi kurvanti tirthani swantahastena gadabhruta. The devotees of the Lord are Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho. They are holy places personified. And they carry in their heart, they carry the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that's why wherever they go, all the places they go, they turn them into places of pilgrimage. So Narad Muni appearing where Nalkuvar and Manigriv are intoxicated by Varuni and forgetting even the basic modesty is a great sign that later they both are going to get Krishna. It's Saturday today. Let's read one more verse. 10:10:6. Vinod Prabhu, can we go to verse 10:10:6? Please.
Yeah, give me a minute, Mataji.
Sneha Bhakti Mataji, if you are asking which verse we were just reading, it is 10:10:5, and now we are going to 10:10:6.
No, Mataji, I was asking the verse that you said the purport we can read today. It is a 3 pages purport.
Yes, it's 11:2:40.
Okay, thank you. 11:2:40, 40?
40, yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
thank you.
Let's recite verse 10:10:6. Tam drishtva vridita devyo vivastraha shapashankitaha vasamsi paryadushighram vivastrau naiva guhyakau. Word to word. Tam, Narad Muni, drishtva, seeing, vridida, being ashamed, devyaha, the young girls of the demigods, vivastraha, although they were naked, Shapa Shankitaha, being afraid of being cursed, vasamsi, garments, paryadhu, covered the body, shigram, very swiftly, vi, vastrau, who were also naked, na, not, eva, indeed, guhyakau, the two sons of Kubera. Translation by Krishna Rupamurti, His Loving Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Upon seeing Narad, the naked young girls of the demigods were very much ashamed. Afraid of being cursed, they covered their bodies with their garments. But the two sons of Kuber did not do so. Instead, not caring about Narad, they remained naked. There is no purport by Srila Prabhupada, so we will also not comment here. Let's go to verse 10:7 then. Tau drashtva madiramatau srimadandhau suratmajau tayor anugraharthaya shapam dasyan idam jagau. Tau, the two boys of the demigods, drashtva, seeing, madira mattau, very intoxicated because of drinking liquor. Srimadandhau, being blind with false prestige and opulence. Suratmajau, the two sons of the demigods. Tayo, unto them. Anugraharthaya, for the purpose of giving special mercy. Shapam, a curse. Dasya, dasyan, desiring to offer them. Idam, these. Jagau, uttered. Would anyone like to read the translation and purport of verse 10:7, please?
I can read, Mataji.
Yes, please.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Seeing the two sons of the demigods naked and intoxicated by opulence and false prestige, Devarshi Narad, in order to show them special mercy, desired to give them a special curse. Thus he spoke as follows. Purport. Although in the beginning of Narad Muni appeared very angry and cursed them, at the end of the two demigods, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, were able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna face to face. Thus the curse was ultimately auspicious and brilliant. One has to judge what kind of curse Narad placed upon them. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives herein a good example. When a father finds his child deeply asleep, but the child has to take some medicine to cure some disease, the father pinches the child so that the child will get up and take the medicine. In a similar way, Narad Muni cursed Nal Kuvera and Manigriva in order to cure their disease of material blindness. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So this reminds us of the bhajan Jiva Jago, Gauru Chandra Bole, Potha Nidra, Jago Maya, Pishachi Rakhole. To wake them up, Narad Muni gives them the curse. So Nalkur and Manigriv, they didn't even receive this sadhu, Narad Muni properly. They continued their shameful act even in the presence of a sadhu. Because usually, as soon as we see a sadhu, if we are sitting, if we are sleeping or sitting or doing something, as soon as we get alert and we pay our dandavats, we pay our humble obeisances. And that's the courtesy, that's a common courtesy. But these Nalkur and Manigriv, they were so intoxicated, so matta, that they forgot, they missed to even show the basic courtesy towards a sadhu. But did Narad Muni take offense of that disrespect? Narad Muni is a sadhu, and a sadhu is like an ocean of tolerance. And we learned in the first Canto 8th chapter that verse Tiraskrita vipralabdha shapta kshikta hata api nasya tat pratikurvanti tad bhaktah prabhavopihi. The devotee of the Lord does not do pratikurvanti, does not avenge, does not take revenge. Devotees of the Lord are so forbearing, they are so forgiving that even when somebody defames them, somebody tiraskrita, they ignore them. They get cheated, they get cursed, they get disturbed or neglected, or even kshipta, they get killed. But still, even in any of these situations, devotee of the Lord never pratikurvanti, never avenge themselves, and they are able to tolerate. So, Srila Haridas Thakur, he was beaten in 22 marketplaces, and still, he never protested, or he never became angry on the ones who are beating him. He prayed for the well-being of all these people who were beating him, the prosecutors. And that's why, for the tolerance of Haridas Thakur, because of that, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has glorified him as Tamacharya, because he had immense tolerance and he had immense faith in the name. He exemplified Shikshastakam, Trunadapi Shunichena Taroriva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahare. So one who considered himself far lower than the even grass, and one who is more tolerant than a tree, one who does not desire respect from others, but he himself is respectful to all others, such a person is qualified to glorify the Lord. Kirtaniya Sadahari, such a person can peacefully chant the holy names of the Lord. So in this verse, we see that Narad Muni is not disturbed. He is not like, why did you not respect me? Why you did not welcome me? He is rather, his mood of curse is rather because he is merciful on them. Because a sadhu, a pure devotee of the Lord, is always called samachitta. Sadhu nam samachitta nam, always equipoised. Because what's that verse? It says, devotees of the Lord, they develop the qualities of the Lord. So Krishna is merciful, he is supremely merciful. And that's why his devotees are merciful. And one of the ways the mercy of Krishna flows to us is that he gives us association of devotees. So our Krishna consciousness movement, is said to be movement of mercy. Our Guru Maharaj, even though he is such an exalted Vaishnava sadhu. Yesterday, Purna Goswami Mataji saw a photo at our place of Guru Maharaj, and it read, "I'm nobody great, but so much mercy carries me." So that's what our Guru Maharaj said, about this movement, that this is the movement of mercy. Mercy, that we have association of so many devotees. I think we will pause here. If anyone has any realization, comments, questions, or corrections, please unmute and share. And tomorrow we look forward to hear from verses 10, 10, 7.
Thank you, Mataji, for a wonderful class, and especially elaborating on the chants at the beginning. When we read the translation and it said Narad Muni appeared there by chance, my instant question was, chance? Nothing happens by chance. And then Srila Prabhupada elaborated things in the purport, and then you elaborated it further. And I was just thinking, how would we understand this without Srila Prabhupada's purport?
Exactly, Mataji, yes.
It is not possible to understand at all. And then you also emphasized on the point that to get Guru is mercy of Krishna. And I was just thinking, to get Krishna is mercy of Guru. So I was just thinking, spiritual world and these relationships are so mystical in a way. That without mercy, nothing happens. To get Guru is mercy of Krishna. To get Krishna is mercy of Guru. So they all are trying in their own ways for us to go back to Godhead. So there's so much of, at least I felt a lot of love in those, in that kind of comments.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, and when we hear from our Guru Maharaj, he put so much emphasis on this point, doesn't he? Like on mercy, that we are all here because of mercy of Vaishnava and Krishna.
Yeah. And Mataji, one more thing you mentioned was the meaning of Narada, which is, Narada is someone who spreads the message of Narayan. And I was thinking, I was just smiling over it actually, that, all the divine personalities have such great names. And I wonder why the demons have such names, which means, completely the opposite, And I was thinking, was that the name that came in afterwards, or was that the name that was given to them early in their childhood, or how does that work?
For the demons, Mataji?
Yeah. How does the name of the demon, why is it Kamsa? Why is it Ravana? Why is it not, beautiful names that the parents have given?
I'm not sure, Mataji. Maybe they are given the names. It's an arrangement of the Lord. I'm not sure if the name comes later or name comes first and their actions reflect the name.
Yeah. No problems, Mataji. Thank you so much for a great class.
Thank you, Mataji. I have to leave for another service. Okay, thank you all for joining and inspiring me to glorify Krishna. Grantraj Srimadbhagavatam Mahapuran ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Have a very blissful Krishna conscious day, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.